What's going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new video on Prizepicks. This time we got plays for Thursday Night Football. We got the Bills going up against the Dolphins. I actually think this game is going to be pretty good and actually very easy to read. I know the Bills are probably going to win this game, and it might not even be fun to watch towards the end, but in terms of being easy to read and make some money on, I really like the potential that this game has. So before we get into the plays, go ahead and drop a like on the video. It literally takes 2 seconds, completely free, helps me out a lot, so go ahead and do that. Now, I want to talk about the winnable real quick. This is where I send out bonus free plays. For example, it was Taco Tuesday the other day. I sent out a free play right here, the WNBA Taco Cash. Now we just need the Panthers trio to come through for us on Sunday. Basically, I'm just sending out free plays to you guys. If you want to get in on that, hit the link in the description. Sign up for the free plan right there. It is winnable.com/bam. Also, I got a Discord where we talk fantasy, where we talk bets, where we talk all things football and every sport really, but mostly football right now. Go ahead and join that. Link is also in the description. If you hit that link, by the way, you're going to go over to a page that looks just like this, where you can get the winnable is right here, and the Discord is right here. I also got a ton of other apps that you guys can sign up and just get free money on. Dabble, free 25 bucks. Chalkboard, free 20 bucks. I talk about this every single video. If you have not claimed this free money yet, go ahead and do it, because honestly, I don't think they're going to keep these up for much longer. It's probably going to be soon where you have to pay in order to get a bonus. This is a free bonus, so go ahead and claim it while you can. Now, let's go ahead and talk about some plays for the day. I'm just going to jump right in. Well, actually, before we jump right in, I wanted to say that I know I've been talking a lot in the last couple of months about how I've been kind of straying away from Prizepicks, or maybe been using other strategies more. And to come super clean, guys, I'm still using those other strategies. If you want to get on that stuff, I don't feel comfortable sharing that on YouTube, because we've used these broken strategies several times now, and apps have just been taking them down. So I'm just completely only on the VIPs where I will be sending those out, because if you guys remember, just at the beginning of football season, I posted a broken strategy on Prizepicks. The video got a few hundred views, and a lot of other people were picking up on it. And then literally the next day, Prizepicks canceled the strategy. They just nerfed the entire thing, and now you can't make money off that anymore. What they did was they lowered the payouts. I'm not wanting that to happen again on any other app that we try on. So if you guys want to get those plays, the VIP will be open to you guys. Also, I'll post it on the winnable, but I'm not sharing it on YouTube. But that being said, there's still a ton of ways you can make money just picking the right plays on Prizepicks. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what I like for this game. And it's going to start off right over here. James Cook on the longest rush over at 14.5. So this Dolphins defense has just been getting torn up recently, right? This Dolphins defense, not very good at all. If you look at the defensive metrics, they're towards the bottom in both of them. They gave up 33 points to Daniel Jones, and they went ahead and gave up 33 points to let me show you guys how the Dolphins have been doing. They got into a high-scoring game against the Patriots, and they actually ended up losing that game as well. 33 points to the Patriots, 33 points to the Colts. They scored more in this second game, which actually kept it a little closer, but this game was not very clean at all. Pretty sure both teams had a return for a touchdown. Right here, look at this, back and forth, literally 20 seconds apart. Malik Washington returns the punt, and then Antonio Gibson returns the kick. So this Dolphins team, they're not that great. I mean, you guys probably know, you've been watching them recently. I don't need to keep harping on about this. We are just going to continue to take the Bills offense to win. But here's where you got to be smart. When you say, okay, the Bills offense is going to have a great field day, are you taking Josh Allen on the over on passing yards? Nah, I'm taking James Cook on the over on the longest rush, because how are the Bills going to win this game? They're not going to risk a potential interception or even Josh Allen getting hurt by him, making some hero ball plays. They're going to save that for when they play the Chiefs, the Eagles, and the Packers. When they're facing a team like Miami, they can really just run the ball with James Cook and even Ray Davis and win this game. Their defense will carry, and their run game is just better, right? This Miami defense cannot stop the run. Think about what happened last week against the Jets, 30-6. James Cook absolutely exploded that game. And he had a long run. I think it was like 44 or 45 yards. 44 yards. Yeah, I don't need to keep talking about this. James Cook, he's your guy. But on the other side of the ball, who's going to be having to pass the ball a lot? It is going to be the Miami Dolphins. And actually, a sneaky good receiver for the Dolphins is their running back, Devon Achane. So if you guys go ahead and search up Devon Achane's line right here, his rushing yards is 54, which is respectable. And his receiving yards is almost right up there with it at 38.5. So they know it's not any secret to anybody. This man is a very, very solid threat catching the ball just as much as he is rushing the ball as well. So I like him on a lot of these plays. This one is probably my favorite one. Yards on first reception at 4.5 feels a little bit too easy. I mean, you feel like those passes get, 5 air yards to begin with, and then after the catch, he can create so much more. So I do like this play a lot. But if you guys are not, trying to do all that, maybe you're a little bit risk averse towards the first reception. Of course, anything could go wrong there, even though it's probably a good value play. I do like him a lot on the over on receptions. So in a game where Tua is just going to be pressured a lot by this Bills team, maybe Tyreek and Jalen Waddle are open in a good amount of times, but a lot of times Tua just needs to get the ball away. He wants to avoid a sack. And we know that this Dolphins run game isn't really going to be that much, right? We know they're going to have to pass the ball a lot. So Devon Achane, I don't know why his name has disappeared, on the over on receptions is also a very solid play for you guys. But moving into a different angle real quick, we're going to go ahead and target this one right here. And I actually say this one could be my favorite play of the night. It's Josh Allen right here on the under on passing attempts. So we know Josh Allen's a dog, right? We're not trying to take him on the under very often. But this is the kind of thing, right? When would a player go under on pass attempts? A, when they're running the ball a lot. And B, when they're either chewing up the clock a ton or just having really short drives. So what do I mean by that? If they're having short drives, they're not going to be passing the ball very much, right? There's not that many plays in the drive. They're not going to pass the ball a lot. And B, if they're running the ball a ton, of course they're not going to pass the ball a ton. That just makes complete sense. And then if you think about the other side of the ball, right? Where is this clock going to be chewed up? The Dolphins aren't going to be able to just bomb down the field and score like that, right? That's not going to happen. Think about how the Raiders were playing against the Chargers, right? The Chargers were making them work for every single first down. I think the Raiders even got more first downs than LA in that game. Of course, they lost that game pretty miserably, but basically the Chargers were backing off, letting the Raiders work for every single first down. They chewed up like 10 or 11 minutes of the clock in a single drive. So what does that mean? That means that the opposing quarterback, who is already leading, and the clock is being chewed out, and they have a super solid running back, is not going to be passing the ball a ton. So I'm taking him on the under right here at 29.5. It's kind of crazy to me. Like players like Bryce Young, who are probably going to be, down before the ball's even kicked off, is at 33 pass attempts, right? So he's just a few pass attempts higher than that. Someone like Spencer Rattler, who's also in that similar situation where they're not going to be running the ball a ton. They're not going to be leading in this game. He's up at 34.5. Josh Allen at 29.5, a little too high for me. Should probably be closer to 27. I think what this line is basically saying is that the Dolphins could stay in it. I don't believe that. I think this one's not going to be close. And I think a lot of you guys are probably going to have your TVs turned off by halftime because it's not going to be that fun of a game. They might be out 21-0, right? That's very, very possible. So these are my few plays that I like. I do have one more play, which is on the sportsbook. If you guys want to get on a sportsbook and lock in this play, I would absolutely love it. Right now, I'm doing this one on Rebet because that's one of my favorite sportsbooks right now. It's actually paying a good amount on every single play. But I'm going to show you guys what I'm taking. And it is actually here. Let's just go over and click the play. Right on the spread is set at 12.5, which is nuts. I mean, 12.5 is insane, right? But if you guys just alt that down to 9.5, you can get the Bills at minus 170, which is pretty solid. And I'm going to be going and take that. I'm going to take the Bills at minus 9.5. And if you guys want to sprinkle a little bit of money on the, plus 12.5 for the Dolphins, I wouldn't hate that either. So I'm kind of alting the Bills down, right? Taking them to win by at least this much. And then that's my backup, right? Just in case the Bills blow them out, I'll at least win that bet. My real bet is that the Dolphins might keep this one within 2 touchdowns, which is, very possible. It's possible that the Bills win by 11 or 12 points. I mean, they could still be running away with it and win by that much. If we look at how the Chargers played, right? The Chargers won this game it wasn't even close, right? But the Raiders covered a spread of 12.5, if that was the spread for this game. I know the spread for this one was 3.5, but if you imagine this game on that slate, that's kind of what I'm saying. So yeah, I like a little bit of this, but then also if you want to alt it down, I'll take them at 9.5. I'll take them at 7.5, wherever you guys can get good odds. Now, before I leave you guys, if you want to get more free money, go ahead and sign up on Onyx Odds and use code BAM. So this is an opportunity for you guys to get $100 in free picks. Completely, I don't know why they're doing this. It makes no sense to me. You are putting down $10 into the app, and they're 10xing that, giving you $100 in free picks. This makes no sense to me, and I'm taking full advantage of it. I'm getting all my friends, my family on this app because we're literally just printing free money on this. And if you guys want to be super safe, put all 100 on the Bills money line, and then when it cashes, because the Bills are obviously going to win this game, pull it out. You just made $100 for completely free. So go ahead and sign up with code BAM. I know a ton of you guys are not on this app, and it actually is a website. So I know basically none of you guys are probably on this. Sign up on Onyx Odds. It is available in all of these purple states. And if you guys use code BAM, it helps me out a little bit too. But yeah, that's all I got for the video. If you guys appreciate this style of video, drop a comment, drop a like, subscribe. I'm posting every single day. And I'll see y'all in the next one.